the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
AFP launches interagency exercise Pagsasanay Sanlakas. 501st Infantry Brigade supports Benguet's declaration of insurgency-free province. Verbena makes landfall in Surigao del Sur. Diesel and kerosene prices up while gasoline drops.
Hello to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Tuesday, November 25, and this is AFP Committee News, your source for the updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Prof. Susan Abay here to bring you today's story.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our news, the Armed Forces of the Philippines opened the joint AFP, Philippine National Police and Philippine Coast Guard interagency exercise Pagsasanay Sanlakas to strengthen coordinated national security operations at Camp Aguinaldo, Quezon City yesterday. The ceremony was led by Major General Welin Banaag with senior officials from the PNP and PCG. He said the exercise reflects the need for seamless cooperation, shared awareness, and interoperable systems among security forces. Conducted under the Joint Peace and Security Coordinating Center, the program aims to establish a unified operational framework for future joint training efforts.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Personnel from the 501st Infantry Brigade, led by Brigadier General Dean Mark Mamaril, joined the declaration of insurgency-free and state of stable internal peace and security at the Benguet provincial capital yesterday. The brigade worked alongside the Benguet Police, provincial officials, and municipal leaders to reaffirm peace and stability in the province. Brigadier General Mamaril co-signed the resolution recognizing the Philippine National Police as the primary force in maintaining security with the Armed Forces of the Philippines, support and strengthening interagency coordination. He emphasized that the Army remains committed in supporting local initiatives, protecting communities, and sustaining the gains in peace and security.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now from PAFC, let us hear from Apple about Philippine Air Force strengthens the air operations interoperability through Sanay Bagwi 02-2025.
The Philippine Air Force has officially commenced exercise Sanay Bagwi 02-2025. Brigadier General Angelito R. Retuta, Philippine Air Force, the Wing Commander of the Tactical Operations Wing Northern Luzon, presided the opening ceremony of the week-long exercise running from November 24 to 28, 2025 across various locations in Northern Luzon. The exercise focuses on three core components: the communication exercise to enhance secure and resilient networks, the tabletop exercise to refine scenario-based decision-making, and the field training exercise to validate operational plans in realistic conditions. Sanay Bagwi serves as a vital link in the Philippine Air Force training exercise continuum, elevating unit-level proficiency to integrated, mission-capable air operations ready for joint and combined environments. Through this rigorous training, the Philippine Air Force continues to strengthen interoperability, operational readiness, and its ability to address present and future security challenges effectively. This is Apple Burabo reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Apple, from PAFC.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 15th Infantry Battalion recommended declaring Abra an insurgency-free province with stable internal peace and security, citing that dismantling of rebel groups Kilusang Larangang Guerrilla and KLG Ampis or the Abra Mountain Province, Ilocos Sur. Lieutenant Colonel Ferdinand Baluyot, the 50th IB commanding officer, reported the achievement during the Provincial Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict meeting. The National Joint Peace and Security Coordinating Center affirmed the province's 27 towns are stable and secure through an official resolution. The PTFL-CAC will soon sign a resolution forwarding Abra's insurgency-free status to the Sangguniang Panlalawigan for formal recognition.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 503rd Infantry Brigade confirmed that government troops engaged Communist terrorist group members in Barangay Alagia, Ponokpok, Kalinga yesterday, marking the fourth encounter since operations intensified last November 21. The 53rd Division Reconnaissance Company clashed with about 10 CTG members as forces continued pursuit operations. Soldiers sustained no casualties while enemy losses remain undetermined. Troops recovered M16 rifle, M16 lower receiver, and several backpacks as the military continues its campaign to secure communities in the area.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now from CAF, updates about Westmincom launches joint maritime security exercise.
Yes, Rolf, good noon. The Western Mindanao Command opened a joint and interagency maritime security training exercise, Paglalayag 03-2025 yesterday to enhance unified maritime defense efforts. Brigadier General Aldrin Anani, Deputy Commander for External Defense Operation, stressed the need for improved interagency coordination and readiness against evolving maritime threats. Representatives from Philippine Coast Guard, Philippine National Police, Bureau of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources, Bureau of Customs, and other agencies joined the exercise to boost operational synergy and information sharing. The activity runs until December 3 and aims to strengthen joint procedures and coastal security across Western Mindanao. This is Kat reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Kat.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 72nd Infantry Battalion participated in a turnover of 50 newly built housing units to beneficiary families during the Gawad Kalinga Village ceremony in Sitio Kibasalan, Barangay Malibatuan, Arakan, Cotabato. Gawad Kalinga continues to promote sustainable community development in partnership with local government. The Eastern Mindanao Command reiterated its commitment in supporting initiatives that strengthen peace and community empowerment. The activity aimed to help build a more secure and progressive future for residents of Arakan.
DWDD National News.
And now for our weather update, Tropical Depression Verbena made landfall in Bayaba, Surigao del Sur and is now moving over Agusan del Norte while maintaining its strength. According to Pagasa, Tropical Cyclone Wind Signal number 1 remains in effect over multiple areas in Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao, including Occidental Mindoro, Oriental Mindoro, Romblon, Palawan, Masbate, Antique, and also Aklan, Capiz, Iloilo, Cebu, Bohol, Samar provinces, and several parts of Mindanao. The Weather Bureau reported that Verbena is moving westward near Habonga, Agusan del Norte, with maximum sustained winds of 45 kilometers per hour and gusts reaching 55 kilometers per hour. Administrator Nathaniel Servando said the system may strengthen into a tropical storm as it crosses the Visayas and northern Palawan before emerging over the West Philippine Sea.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from LJ of First Year G about Pangasinan reaffirms insurgency cleared status, strengthens joint security framework.
Yes, Rolf, the provincial government of Pangasinan has formally reaffirmed its state of stable internal peace and security following a resolution passed by the Provincial Peace and Order Council. The resolution strengthened multi-agency coordination among the Philippine National Police, Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the Philippine Coast Guard. The Secure Pangasinan Plan, developed by the Pangasinan Police Provincial Office, the 71st Infantry Battalion, and Coast Guard Station Pangasinan, was formally signed at a wall signing ceremony by representatives from Police Regional Office 1, Northern Luzon Command, the 7th Infantry Division, and the Philippine Coast Guard. High-level leaders, including Brigadier General Cesar Molina, Philippine Army, Deputy Commander of Northern Luzon Command, Major General Joseph Norwin Pasamonte, Philippine Army, Commander of 7th Infantry Division, Brigadier General Ronald Bautista, Philippine Army, Commander of 702nd Brigade, and the 71st Infantry Battalion voiced strong support for the initiative. Officials stressed that the PACE program and the Joint Security Plan will improve coordination, boost response times, and enhance decision-making and internal security, maritime operation, law enforcement, and disaster response. The AFP, PNP, and PCG reaffirmed their commitment to sustain peace in Pangasinan, strengthen community resilience, and safeguard the province's development. This is Meljo Inesio Oroco reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Maljoya, for CRG.
DWDD National News.
Meanwhile, the Department of Social Welfare and Development has positioned more than 1 million family feed packs and other relief supplies in regions expected to be affected by Tropical Depression Verbena. DSWD Assistant Secretary Rindom said they have 1,058,580 family feed packs ready nationwide. Repacking also continues to replenish those used during previous storms. Dumlao said field officers are closely coordinating with local governments to make sure all areas have adequate food and non-food items before the weather disturbance arrives.
DWDD National News.
Fuel prices changed again today, with the cost of diesel rising by 60 centavos per liter and the cost of kerosene increasing by 1 peso and 30 centavos per liter. Meanwhile, the price of gasoline decreased by 20 centavos per liter. This marks the 5th consecutive week of increases for diesel. Local oil industry sources said the latest price adjustments were driven by sanctions against Russia, Iran, and Venezuela, along with heightened geopolitical risks that are affecting market sentiment.
Armed Forces Radio.
Now, the other line, let's hear more from Shaina regarding Philippine Army launches support for 18-day campaign to end violence against women.
Yes, Ruff, the Philippine Army joined the nationwide 18-day campaign to end violence against women during simultaneous flag-raising ceremony at Fort Bonifacio, Taguig City yesterday. Army Chief Lieutenant General Antonio Navarrete urged all personnel to actively support the initiative under the theme United for Vow-Free Philippines. He emphasized the Army's commitment in strengthening gender and development policy. The organization continues to push measures that protect women and help end violence nationwide. This is Shaina Raneta reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you so much, Shaina.
DWDD National News.
Senator Erwin Tulfo has called on the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee to investigate an alleged extortion scheme involving certain examiners from the Bureau of Internal Revenue. They are reportedly misusing the letter of authority to intimidate business owners, including small bakeries and grocery stores. Tulfo compared the letter of authority to a search warrant because it allows examiners to scrutinize company books and business records, and he suggested inviting former Bureau of Internal Revenue Chief Romeo Lumagi Jr. to the inquiry. The senator added that he has already received at least 5 complaints about the scheme.
DWDD National News.
Relatedly, the Bureau of Internal Revenue has ordered the immediate suspension of all field audits and related operations, including the issuance of letters of authority and mission orders following complaints from businessmen and taxpayers. Newly installed BIR Commissioner Charlie Mendoza said no LOA or MO shall be created, printed, signed, or served during the suspension to protect taxpayer rights, strengthen internal discipline, and uphold audit integrity. The suspension applies to all BIR officers involved in audit and field operations. The directive follows Senator Erwin Tulfo's resolution urging the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee to investigate an alleged money-making scheme in the BIR involving letters of authority.
Armed Forces Radio.
More updates from Mike about 68 IB supports Provincial LCAC Service Caravan in Occidental Mindoro.
The 60th Infantry Battalion joined the Provincial Task Force LCAC Service Caravan in Barangay San Agustin, San Jose Occidental, Mindoro yesterday. Government agencies delivered various services including medical and dental consultations, livestock vaccination, food packs, agricultural inputs, and relief assistance, while 68 IB troops provide manpower support and lead-free circumcision and haircuts services. The event also featured the turnover of solar street lights, sports equipment, and fishing and farming tools for local association. Residents expressed gratitude for the service that directly support their livelihood in fishing and agriculture. This is Mike reporting for AFP Community News, 1AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Mike.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. challenged resigned Congressman Rizal Dico to return to the Philippines. PBBM said Co should prove his allegations that he and former Speaker Martin Romualdez received over 56 billion pesos in kickbacks from anomalous flood control projects. Marcos also dismissed Co's claims, saying anyone can make statements online, but they carry no weight unless presented in person and backed by evidence. Co is facing a warrant of arrest, along with 15 others for graft and malversation related to an anomalous flood control project in Oriental Mindoro.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. announced the launch of a transparency portal for the Department of Public Works and Highways. He described the portal as the next chapter in his efforts to rid his administration of corruption, particularly in major infrastructure projects. Marcos said the portal is not just a website but a digital safeguard against corruption that demonstrates the government is open, honest, and responsive to the people. He encouraged all Filipinos to engage with the platform, ask questions, and monitor the project.
Armed Forces Radio.
And some information from Jimboy about 71st IB leads launch a West Philippine Sea Advocacy Team in Anda, Pangasinan.
The 71st Infantry Battalion spearheaded the launch of the Barangay Advocacy Team for the West Philippine Sea in Anda, Pangasinan yesterday. The program aimed to empower barangay officials as force multiplier in promoting a maritime security awareness and defending sovereign rights. A total of 61 barangay officials and senior high school students participated in lectures facilitated by the 71st IB and partner units. 71st IB expressed gratitude to local government unit ANDA for supporting the battalion's integrated coastal barangay empowerment program. This is Jimboy reporting for AFP Community News, 1AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jimboy.
DWDD National News.
Meanwhile, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. stated that there is no conflict between him and former Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin or former Budget Secretary Amena Pangandaman. This is despite lingering questions about the circumstances of their departures from the cabinet. Explained that he and Bersamin have already spoken, understand each other, and have decided to keep their discussion private, and emphasized that there is no bad blood between them. Bersamin later clarified that he did not resign and was displeased with how his exit was handled, while Marcos said Pangandaman stepped down to protect the integrity of ongoing investigations and prevent any perception of influence.
DWDD National News.
Mandaluyong City concluded its observance of Drug Abuse Prevention and Control Week with the Lakad Contra Droga that drew 7,000 participants. Mayor Menchie Abalos led the early morning walk alongside Vice Mayor Anthony Suva, former Interior Secretary Benhur Abalos, City Council members and Dangerous Drugs Board Chairperson Secretary Oscar Valenzuela. The 2-kilometer march started at 5:30 a.m. on San Francisco Street and ended at 9 de Febrero Street, where a short program highlighted the city's ongoing anti-drug initiatives. Participants recited the commitment statement, pledging to support the government's campaign, promote safe and caring communities, live healthily and protect the youth, and remain vigilant in safeguarding their neighborhoods.
Armed Forces Radio.
From our report on the ground, let us hear the report of MJ about Philippine Air Force Chief conducts operational visit at Lumbia Air Base.
Yes, good noon. Lieutenant General Arthur Cordura, Commanding General of the Philippine Air Force, conducted a command operational visit at Lumbia Air Base, Cagayan de Oro City yesterday. During his visit, he delivered a talk to troops and stressed the importance of balancing service and family while commending the 15th Strike Wing for enhancing the PAF's operational readiness. He also attended the Wing's 52nd founding anniversary and recognized outstanding units and personnel for their dedication and exemplary performance. The visit reaffirmed the PAF's commitment in maintaining fully equipped, mission-ready units across all bases to strengthen the nation's air defense. This is MJ reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, MJ.
DWDD National News.
The Pasig City Regional Trial Court has ordered the cancellation of the passports of former presidential spokesperson Harry Roque and Cassandra Leong, who are facing charges related to human trafficking at the Lucky South 99 Pogo Hub in Pampanga. Judge Ana Teresa Cornejo Tomacruz of Regional Trial Court Branch 157 directed the Department of Foreign Affairs to cancel their passports. She also instructed the Bureau of Immigration to issue a hold departure order against Ong. Roque and Ong are among dozens of individuals accused of violating Sections 4, 6, and 10 of the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Act.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that concludes today's broadcast, and thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio, the DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rob Susan Abay for AFP Community News, one AFP for stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Susan every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.